Clean up on aisle 9, clean up on aisle 9. You see, growing up, while some wanted to be lawyers and doctors, I wanted to be a cashier until I could clean up on aisle 9 no more. I am Crystal Lister, award-winning veteran educator, NASA's Johnson Space Center's operational psychology specialist, and yes, before you ask, everything I do is out of this world. I've dedicated my life's work towards education through STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, specifically for underestimated communities. And remember, I told you I wanted to be a cashier. Well, I became one. I was one of the best. I had the most items per minute. I had the best customer service until I knew I was called to do more. I had to do more. My life and my legacy depended on it. So I grew up in inner city Houston, and I navigated the challenges and triumphs that came with the environment. So I had no clear vision. I had the ambition, but not the vision. I embarked on a journey to find what fills my cup and served my community. As a cycle disruptor, I worked tirelessly to ensure that no financial burden of college was on my parents. And as a first-generation college student, I was breaking barriers and I didn't even realize. Exposure to STEM changed the trajectory of my whole life. It ignited my passion, it gave me purpose, and fueled me to do even more for my community. So as I worked through and matriculated through the school system, I started as a substitute teacher. Working at a consecutively underperforming school, I walked in with such enthusiasm. See, I never thought I would be a teacher. I never aspired to be a teacher, and never did I think I would be so fulfilled by teaching. I went in with such enthusiasm, and I was met with some interesting behaviors and wide learning gaps to fill. It was a conversation I had with one student that fueled me. She too wanted to be, wait for it, a cashier. Soft-spoken, quiet-mannered student that would be lost in a classroom with some interesting behaviors. So after that school year, I was the rapping teacher. I taught fact fluency through rapping, innovative ways to make learning fun, to make it engaging. We hatched chickens. We had our own crocodile. We even built a wheelchair using a 3D printer for a dog who lost the use of her hind legs. We conquered the world that year. We even managed to pull the school out of improvement required status. After that epic year, both of us changed. She then wanted to be an engineer with a much broader stature, and I wanted to reach young scholars on a broader scale, much larger than I ever imagined. Close your eyes and imagine a world where every child's potential is nurtured. Every innovative spirit is unleashed to the limitless possibilities. I recognize the transformative power of youth innovation and how it could shape our future. We overlook the potent source that are our youth. And that's a shame because they have such a unique perspective, far more creativity and problem solving, and a fearless approach to conquering their issues to change the world. Not knowing what the future held for me, it was a big jump from substitute teacher to founder of Mommy and Me and the Listers. Again, I never aspired to be a teacher, but in 2020, we had a lot of opportunity to homeschool our babies, and that looked like hands-on science, launching rockets, messy, involved sensory play. I painted the countertops with chemical reactions. I think my ceiling still has some of that on there. I didn't have access to other children, so I didn't know that my Chrissy was advanced until I met Nurse Jackie, who asked me after Kinsley, who else do you have at home? And I shared, she knows sight words, she knows her letters and letter sounds, 40 farm animals, and she thought I was really embellishing until I had to show her video evidence. It was proof that the hands-on, minds-on learning was beneficial for even the youngest of learners. I had the proof right there. And then I had a friend who had a conversation with 16-month-old conversationalist Chrissy and said, what you have is so special that you should share with other parents who want to know what you're doing. You should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, a YouTube channel? How? Why would they watch me? And how do I know they'll chime in? But after pushing that negativity aside, I said, okay, brick by brick, I worked every day to build the channel. SEO optimization, thumbnails, video editing. It was then that I birthed Mommy and Me, the Listers, the STEM innovation curators geared towards a deep-seated belief in the power of education, exposure, and innovation. We began as a YouTube channel to document our dedication to STEM, hands-on science, and what we were doing in our kitchen. DIY experiments to make sure that science didn't have to be daunting or tedious. We destigmatized that. So humble beginnings. Man, our first YouTube video, Magic Milk, was recorded in our home on my phone, on a tripod, using my watch to start and stop as Chrissy recorded in her high chair. We didn't even have proper equipment. But since then, we've produced 50 videos plus, invited in the homes of 75,000 families, covering literacy, Bowles women and Black history, and science experiments, of course. But after our YouTube launch, we had an overwhelming amount of support to do in-person events, yielding our award-winning STEM Carnival. The STEM Carnival is one of its kind outreach vehicle that changes the face of STEM workforce and that serves as a blueprint to help children engage with industry professionals, cutting-edge technology. Unlike traditional education and experiments, this carnival has entertainment and hands-on learning. It employs interactive exhibits, pilots who don't just drive there, but they fly, harnessing the power of air. It inspires the next generation of innovators and problem solvers. But we didn't stop there. We then were invited to even larger homes, local and national television, to do even bigger things on a bigger stage, to promote the power of EDU, ensuring a growth mindset, embracing a growth mindset, delving into discovery, and unleashing limitless potential. Let's look at that a little deeper. Embracing a growth mindset. Challenges turn into opportunities. Let them make mistakes and take risks. That's important and encourages exploration and digging into certain concepts, increasing their confidence in learning new things. Delving into discovery, encourage the youth to do so much more than what they think they can do. Ask questions, make connections between concepts, and dig even deeper on who they truly are and where they stand in the world. Unleashing limitless potential for discovery, equips them with everything they need for resources and support to reach ambitious goals, those gaudy goals, and think outside of that box we all heard of. With my two little scientists at the helm, helping to increase efficacy, because we all know representation matters, and they say, if you can be it, if you see it, you can be it. But I want to encourage them to be it even when you can't see it, and commit to carving out your own path. We took it a step further, and we created the STEM Magicians, uncovering the science behind magic. So even deeper, interactively showcasing magic of music, the science of sound, harnessing the power of air, and the physics of breakdance. They incorporate elements of magic and illusions to make complex STEM concepts more engaging and accessible. Accessibility is important when engaging our youth. By combining entertainment and education, we create a unique, memorable learning experience. I guarantee no one walks away not captivated. So here we are. This journey is not about my professional success. It's so much bigger than me. The profound impact that one person can have when driven with passion and purpose. It turned humble dreams into bold realities, and we are changing the world one scholar at a time. I am humbled by the journey that has brought me here. The platform and the path to Mommy and Me has been nothing short of STEM-mazing. And the work is far from over. So my charge is, as we journey forward, may we never lose sight of the transformative power that lies within each of us. We will continue to champion the power of education and innovation to break down barriers and create a brighter future, one child at a time. So remember, be STEM-mazing, liberate your legacy, and until next time, don't stop the magic, Mavericks.